The End of Greatness is created by, it's a brand new piece created by Veda, Hille and Maiko Yamamoto, two of the city's greatest visionaries. So let's find out what they got cooking. So what is this show that's coming up before the curtain goes up?
The end of greatness. I mean, what is the end of greatness is a question we ask a lot in the show. So in some ways, we want to keep that a question, but the show itself is
about the very, very intricate and minute and zoomed in details of the natural world, zoomed out all the way to the edges of the cosmos.
Okay, so
macro.
Is it humanity greatness or personal greatness or both?
It's both, actually.
Okay.
There's a lot of our own personal relationship and our friendship and our working relationship inside of this show, and then there's also more human aspects, broader aspects that we sort of draw in.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just want to say one. The end of greatness is a scientific term, but of course it is so imbued with poetry that we couldn't resist it, and so then we had to learn a bunch of science to make sure that we knew what we were talking about.
Oh, so you're coming from it's not science fiction, it's science fact.
Science fact.
The end of greatness is a cosmological phenomenon. Google it.
Okay.
There's your homework.
We did also.
I just heard there was a thing at the Kingsgate Mall, which was Museum of Failure.
That's why a friend of mine did that.
Oh, wow. So they're the opposite.
Yeah.
Or that is the end of greatness.
Maybe that, I mean, I think it's all,
related.
it's all
related.
in there. If you get words that give you feelings, you use those words.
Now, is this a musical? Because you, of course, are a musical
It has
genius.
Thank you. It has lots of music in it, but it is not a musical because a musical is sort of driven. The character. It has, for me, a musical is characters singing songs, and this is more of a theater concert lecture. So we were calling it. So there are songs, definitely songs that we perform, and we have a band in the show as well.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of music, but not really the form of musical theater.
Now, the way you just described it there, themes or a pastiche of themes.
Talk about this show as a piece of multidisciplinary theater, and what does that mean exactly, like if you're not really doing it in practice. But for us it was about starting with music, with songs and stories, with text that we sort of generated in different ways, and working with our collaborators. We work with visual artists, we work with theater scientists, or an engineer, and a choreographer, and it's really about trying to bring together all of their skill sets into the mix. And so it doesn't feel, it's not a narrative structure and it's not a play. It is definitely something that unfolds and accumulates for the audience.
Web has made my brain so dull, all woven through and circular. Go with the water where the water goes. It gets us there, wet through our clothes. Away, away, above, above. The dampest life is what I love. Away, away, above, above.
And we'll say that too, like, I think we were in a position where we could really trust a light because we've done this for so long.
Right.
We're not spring chickens by any means. So for us, we could trust our instincts and our skills in that way, and it allowed us to just like open up to each other's processes. We did a lot of that, like a lot of welcoming. One of the first questions I asked Veda was, how do you write a song?
Right.
Because it's such a curious thing to me how Veda would write a song, and we tried to embrace this idea. One of the things we researched at the beginning was this idea of discomposition, because there's a lot in the show that's about turning over soil, rot, decay, letting things break down,
right.
and then seeing what comes after that. And so for us, there was this sort of idea of trying to undo the way that we do things a little bit. Yeah.
Because isn't it time that we do that?
Yeah, we need a reset button. Is
I
that
would
right?
say,
Yeah.
Yeah, when we started making the show, I think we were really feeling it. And even as we move on, we're still feeling it in different ways. But yeah, the world is so changing and changeable right now in this moment. And so I think a lot of it is about inviting the audience into a conversation. And I do think we're asking them to kind of be a little bit changed after the show? Could we say that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what I want after every
Every
show. I want it
show.
for
Any
myself.
experience, any
I
art
want it for
experience.
anyone. I
That's
want
the
it.
point of
I
art,
want
yeah.
it to be.
Yeah.
I want it to help. It's about change. Yeah.
Nice.
You want to hear this? The other thing in the show is this instrument.
It's like another character in the
This
show.
is the Juno 106. This is a keyboard from 1984 that I bought at the Caravan Farm 20 years ago, and then immediately felt I couldn't handle it and put it in a friend's basement for a long time. And then finally he called me and said, "Okay, I'm cleaning out the basement. Should I sell this for you?" And I was like, "Wait, let me just try it out."
Why is it intimidating to you? You're such, you know.
Well, I don't play because I just play things that sound like themselves, right? But this one, you have to understand. You have to understand what it does, and it does all these crazy things.
So Veda's essentially learned how to play this instrument for this.
For like 3 years, I've been working on the Juno.
Nice.
Maybe while you're doing that, I'll also plug that like we have incredible collaborators that are working with us on the show. So Jeffrey Farmer, Hitoko Okada, we're working with Jeff Harrison on lights. We have Katarina Scarlisa, who's our movement consultant.
The incredible band Tom Gill from Toronto and Julia Chen from here. They're amazing. They play Voyager 1 and 2.
Nice. Nice. So does this also have like a drum track? Like is it like one of those home organs that they delivered to kids' homes in the 70s?
No, this was more of like something you'd play in a band. Like this sound. Right?
Nice.
Like you know
nice.
that, right?
Hey.
And so we have Julia's playing drums and percussion and vibraphone. So we have human stuff because it's also, you know, in the age of machines. I like that this is an old machine that we're embracing.
Yeah.
Instead, the new machines are even more confusing and unknown to everyone. So it's nice to figure out how this one works.
Oh, nice. So spooky. Nice. Well, it sounds like a fascinating and I'm going to say hopeful show. Because
I think it does. I mean, we do talk. It is about death in
letting go.
But I think it is also very funny. I really enjoy being funny when I can be.
Yeah,
Nice.
funny and a bit spooky.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And we're